When people are talking about custody, a lot of times people assume that they're talking about the care, custody, and control of a child, meaning that just the physical time, having that child with you in your present, when you're physically responsible for that child. And that is one type of custody. That's called physical custody. Legal custody is involving the upbringing of the child, the education, or the religious beliefs. It can involve medical decisions or mental health issues. Legal custody is all about decision-making and has nothing to do with the physical location or time with the child. Both physical and legal custody can be joint or primary. Joint physical custody is where both parties have at least 40% of the time with the child, and no party has more than 60% of the child. That can look like certain days of the week. It can look like week on, week off. But joint custody is about having similar time with the child. Primary custody is any time that one parent has more than 60% of the time with the child. So when the child has 50% with mom, 50% with dad, that's a joint custody arrangement. If it's 75% with dad and 25% with mom, dad has primary physical custody. When it comes to legal custody, most of the time you'll have joint custody. Sometimes the court will give one parent the ability to make certain or all decisions. That would be primary custody for legal decision making. All custody determinations in Nevada are focused on the best interest of the child. And there's law that says that the best interest of the child controls. So the courts are going to do their best to figure out what is best for your child in the very short period of time that your case is in front of them. Keeping that in mind, the court will use certain factors that are lined out in statute, but they're also going to look at just the whole of the family and the child and what is going to best meet that child's needs. If parents can reach a decision together on custody, it is always better for the child because you know what is best for your child more than anyone else. But if you can't agree, the court will weigh the factors that are listed in the statute. They will look at the evidence presented and only the evidence presented and try and decide what is best for your child. I always encourage parents to try and reach an agreement when possible because you know the intricate workings of your family, and no matter how long your trial is, the judge will never see the child from your perspective. If a parent is relocating outside the state or within the states where the custody orders can't be followed, that parent needs to get permission from the court and new custody orders that work for the distance. It is possible to co-parent a child from further away, but you need to have an order that allows that relationship with both parents to continue. Custody orders in Nevada are always modifiable. Anytime that there's a substantial change in circumstances, a person can go back to court and ask for the court to modify custody. Meaning that when a child is 1 at the time of divorce, that custody order is not going to work until they're 18. Things will change over the child's lifetime. And as that happens, the court is there to help you get those orders that are in the best interest of your child. In the event that one parent is determined to be unsafe, the courts can order supervised visitation. Typically, that will occur when there's a domestic violence allegation or conviction, or when there's some other abuse allegations or neglect allegations. When that happens, there's 2 different ways that a parent can be supervised. One is at a formal facility for supervision. And 2 is by a family member or friend that will make sure that the child is safe while in the care of that parent. When we're looking at a supervised order that requires the parties to go to a third-party business, for example, Donna's house for supervision, it can't be a permanent order. They're not going to have Donna's house supervised custody forever or indefinitely. Those are usually more temporary. Having a family member do supervised visitation can be beneficial because that can be longer term and allows that relationship to be fostered while keeping the child safe. If there's allegations of domestic violence or child abuse and neglect, the courts are going to say that parent should not have the child. The law says that you're not a fit parent. The position of the court that you're an unfit parent can be overcome by showing them that you are a fit parent and that this will never happen again.